to our channel. Remember to subscribe, like the videos, hit the notification bell so that way you know our new videos when they come out. Today, Marsha is going to be talking about kimchi and how you make it, and recipe that we use.
Yeah, so kimchi is actually a Korean kraut. It's really good and simple to make. It's really good for your gut healing because of the probiotics, the digestive enzymes, and the nutrients. We got this recipe, I got this recipe from this awesome book. I will put a link underneath of that. This book is full of really great fermentation recipes from all sorts of fermenting liquids to foods. So we hope that you guys will enjoy making this because, yeah, this is a really simple, easy recipe to make. So follow us. The first thing you will do is you will first core your cabbage, and then you will shred your cabbage. So the kind of cabbage that you want to get for this is either Napa or Savoy. After you finish slicing, you will next shred your carrots. And you will do 1 cup of carrots. So 1 head of the cabbage and 1 cup of shredded carrots. So here's my cup of chopped or shredded carrots. So this was about 2 carrots worth. Then the next thing you'll need are 1 bunch of green onions chopped. After that, you will need 1 tablespoon of fresh grated ginger. So again, a tablespoon. And just remember, try to have your vegetables as fresh as possible. Anything that you use, all your ingredients, just have them as fresh as possible because the fresher they are, the more juice they will have. The better bacteria will be on them, and that will be a lot better for your fermentation process. So this is a tablespoon worth. After the ginger, you'll need 3 cloves of garlic, and that will be crushed. Here are my 3 cloves of garlic, and you're supposed to mash it. We have this really cool tool. I'm all about tools to make life simpler. More simple. So you just put this in, and then you just squeeze, and then it will come out. So then I just put another one in. Same thing. And then 3. After that, you will put in chili flakes, dried chili flakes, and you will do 1/2 teaspoon of the chili dried flakes. Last but not least, salt. And make sure that you have a good quality salt, either Himalayan, pink Himalayan, Redmond, real salt, sea salt, Celtic salt, just a really good quality salt. Quality makes a big difference. And this will be 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of salt. So here's my 1 teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon, and just kind of sprinkle it all over. And then to 1/2. So 1.5 teaspoon of salt. You are then going to want to mix all your ingredients before you let it sit. So now that the salt is in there, I'll just combine everything so that way the salt gets all over this bowl into all the vegetables in here. After you mix this, you will then cover this whole bowl with either a tea towel, a muslin cloth, a cheesecloth, and leave it sitting at room temperature for about half hour while the salt helps pull the juices out of the vegetables. After that, you will pound with either a kraut pounder, potato masher, meat hammer, whatever you've got, a few times to make sure that it is getting the juice. Because what you're doing is you're breaking up the cell walls of these vegetables, and the salt will absorb, will pull that water out from the vegetables. And then you'll leave that for another half hour if you would like. I am going to, because I want as much liquid from this as much as possible. And this helps it, so just that way little bugs with the little fruit flies or anything will not get in here while it's resting. It's been about half an hour. So at this point, I have my masher, my kraut masher, and you just kind of pack it. Or pound it, really. And just do this for a few minutes. I said earlier previous to do it a couple of times. I say for a couple of minutes. It's been pounded, mashed, so to speak, and then I will just cover it back up for another half hour. And this part's not necessary if you don't want to, but like I said, I want to. Okay, so it's been sitting out long enough. Now it's time to pack it into the jar. And we'll just start packing it in here. And what I like to do as I'm doing this, once in a while, just so that way everything's really packed, I will just kind of mash it in there once in a while. With my masher here. You want to leave about an inch from the top. There are a couple of different types of vessels you can keep your sauerkraut in. So we like to use the mason top jars with the pickle pipes, which are these nipple looking things. They're silicone. Or we also like to use our crocks, whether it's German, Polish. There's some really good American brand ones as well. So those are just different options that we use. For this case, we're going to use the jars, obviously. What I like to do is, so what you do is you have to have a couple of followers, meaning you have to have either, you have to have something that covers completely the vegetables, so that way when you put your second follower, which is a weight, it submerges everything and you don't have any loose vegetables coming out, because if those are exposed to the oxygen, they could go bad. So what we like to do to make sure is use a muslin cloth or a cheese towel, whatever you got, kind of like that, and just press that in there. So again, you have your follower 1, which is this, and your weight as your follower 2. Okay, so that's good enough. So then you have your follower, so this weight, pickle pebble, and then just press that in there. For this recipe, it calls for 1/4 cup of whey. If you do not have that, the same equivalent of 1/4 cup of whey is 1/4 cup of sauerkraut juice. So this could come from your previous batch of sauerkraut, and just put that in. And then you can seal up the top. And it's ready to go. And then just let that sit in at room temperature for at least about 5 to 7 days. You can check up on it once in a while to see if you like the taste. That's how you know it's ready. It's preferable to your taste. And then store it in somewhere dark, room temperature, away from sunlight, And make sure you have something on the bottom to catch any juice that will come out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like what you're seeing, and especially turn on that notification bell so that way when we release videos, you will get notified of those videos.
Hello everybody. Shut up.